That is a Princess Bride reference if you don't know. Is this the last castle? Well, possibly, at least until I get my motorcycle. As always, thank you for everyone who gives me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And please subscribe to the channel. Again, trying to reach 500 subscribers, so every subscription helps. Here's the link for Buy Me a Cup of Coffee and the list of generous people who have supported me financially. And this is Christian's cool car. I stopped by Zost before heading to Heidelberg, and he took me for a ride in his sweet Mercedes and also introduced me to the best currywurst on the planet. It was super yummy. If you haven't had currywurst, you need to go there to get it. This is the Heidelberg Castle. I really enjoyed this castle, probably the most of any that I've seen. I think it's a combination of things. The state of it kind of being in ruin, and part of it is amazing and preserved and so on, and part of it is literally in ruin. We'll see more of that. But it seemed, I don't know, more authentic and functional to me. This is for you, Simon, since you had the special request. And this is the route on the way up there. Beautiful cathedral and a really hot Porsche in the little parking area below the cathedral. Pretty cool. So this is walking up to the castle, like I said. And, I grew up in northern Colorado, and one of the main tourist attractions there is a place called Estus Park. And Estus Park is absolutely beautiful, nestled right against Rocky Mountain National Park with the snow-capped mountains and the beautiful trees and all the elk, and it's really a magical place. For me, having grown up there, it's not as alluring, and with all the tourists, it can be kind of a turnoff to go there. It's still beautiful, I still appreciate it, but I kind of liken all of the history and castles in this area for Estes Park. For me, the castles are very touristy, so is Estes Park. The castles are very beautiful, so is Estes Park. So for those of you who live in the EU and who are around this type of thing all the time, I can understand how it might seem more commonplace and more touristy. But look at this. This is stunning, and I'm not sure if I would become complacent with this. Maybe I would. Maybe this would become like Estes Park to me, and I would kind of take it for granted. But this is just magical for me right now. And being in the spring, so many things are in bloom or just starting to bloom, and it's just beautiful. It really adds to the whole experience. I like these vertical sundials too. They're pretty cool. This was a really neat section of the castle. Like, this whole side of a turret had fallen off and slid down, and you could see inside. You see that part where it fell away there, kind of at an angle on the left, and you could see inside of the vertical turret area. Super cool. Look at that brickwork. That's crazy. So cool. Unfortunately, I don't think the foundation was super stable under it. And here's me being a goofy tourist, soaking up the experience. I really did enjoy this place and think it's really worth the time to go there. It was beautiful, and there was so much to see. It was such a large area. Here's me running up the spiral staircase, just being silly, enjoying my time being a tourist. So I'm on a high point here looking basically to the west with the castle there in the foreground. And then this pans out and you can see the cathedral down there. And then as we go back over to the right, down by the river, you see the entry gate that you saw in the beginning and where that monkey was. And then the footbridge across. And I thought this was really cool. There was a barge coming underneath of the footbridge. There's like quite a bit of boat traffic through there. So this is a little bit better preserved part of the castle, maybe even a little bit newer, I don't really know. But very interesting feature here. Down inside the castle, there is the Heidelberg Tun, T-U-N, which is a giant wine vat. Look at the size of that thing. There's a dance floor on top. Its capacity is 219,000 liters, and that's about 58,000 gallons. And like I said, there's a dance floor on top of the thing. This is a walkway on the side of it, and here's another angle for the view. And just for reference, remember, I'm like 8 feet tall standing next to this thing. Pretty wild. And this tree reminded me of the tree of Gondor. I know I'm a dork, but that's what it made me think of. Totally beautiful. The ticket for the castle also gave me a ride on the cable car, and just to get the full tourist experience, I went for it. I really enjoyed the cable car. It was really fun. I've been on a couple of them in different places in the United States, and it's an interesting experience to go up and down those steep inclines. I went for the full experience, and I'm really grateful that I did. It was interesting, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I have the time. My motorcycle will likely arrive on the 25th, and I can start the Motorrad portion of this adventure. And while I'm in Heidelberg, I might as well experience Heidelberg. And it is a beautiful city, and I've really been enjoying it. The train doesn't actually go this fast. I sped it up for the purpose of the video. If you go, definitely take the train. It's part of the experience. Thanks for watching, and pretty soon we're gonna be back on the road doing this kind of thing, what I intended to do and what I love to do. And when I get that bike, I'm gonna head towards Turkey, and it'll be a very different chapter. These videos will probably look very different and be on the road and spontaneous. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. Thank you so much for those who are providing financial support. And here's some more of that beautiful German spring. Peace and love to you all.